Hi everyone. It's been a hot minute. Last week, unfortunately, Tom was unwell for the first few days, so I was editing. So I finished the spaceship video myself and edited the video. He's feeling better now, which is good. But that sort of wiped me out for the week because it was a big video and then it was a big edit. And it was a great result. I was really happy with both, but I was also shattered and sort of had a slower end of the week, and I'm definitely sort of feeling like I'm getting started this week again and feeling really good. But what I want to do is get our questions back on track because the last few videos were just sort of much more personal. I didn't end up doing a question today, but what tends to happen when I do that is things it sort of goes off the rail. People just sort of share their own experience and thoughts, which, by the way, thank you everyone for being so kind and also so just insightful and sharing your own experience and all that stuff. So I really appreciate that. But it also means that it's harder to sort of get back on the rail of doing our fun little bitsy updates and answering your questions. So this video is a prompt for you to share your questions down below. And, you know, like, it doesn't have, like, you could be, like, it could be just dumb, silly questions, or it could also be something that you might want to see me do a whole vlog on to answer in a bit more depth, like if you're interested in stuff like that. In other news, two bits of other news for you. One, I've just released a poll on the Jazza community page to vote on which coloring page, which style I should go with for the coloring quest, the color quest cover of our coloring books. So there's three options. So go check it out. One is I was going to show you, but actually not. Can I show you? I can. All right, you ready? Oh my God! Ooh, look at all these coloring pages. There's so many. So let me make this larger. Did I? I think I did. So there's this style, which is like the clean, like all the images around the thing cover style. And then there's this style, which is like a collage of the content of the book being colored in. And then there's this style, which is one image being colored in. So they're the three options of the poll. Keep in mind that they are like very prototypey, like visuals. It will look much more polished than that, but they're just sort of what I've put the poll out. So go vote. But otherwise, that they're actually done. We have 100 coloring pages, which will be split into two books, landscape and portrait, and it's very exciting. And we're currently in the talks with our potential manufacturing partner, and then we'll be hopefully on the way to putting a Kickstarter together. So stay tuned for that. The second thing I wanted to share is, one might consider it a downer, but I find it really refreshing and interesting. And that is on the subreddit Jazza, which, by the way, is such a sweet community that people share their art in and just like generally are just cool and creative. And I just appreciate that runs. It's so nice. And apologize for not being more of a part of it. But there was a post which was basically just sort of like putting out there, like, is it just me or has the Jazza channel sort of taken a downturn lately? And I find that really interesting. And it's like, it's one of those things where I personally, let me see if I can find it. I weirdly like coming across this stuff because I agree, because I've been feeling this for some time. And it's part of why I've been feeling depressed, and sort of coming out of that is like where I'm at the moment. But it's really helpful for me to see why other people think it is. And sometimes I feel like they hit the mark, and sometimes I feel like they're a bit off the mark. But at the same time, like, it's very sweet that people even care enough to theorize or talk about it, because my content mattered to them or matters to them. Might have mattered more in the past, and they might feel disconnected from it, or they might feel like whatever it's motivated by, it's the core of its motivation comes from there's something I've done that people have liked. And if I'm not doing that at the moment, I want to know why. You know, I want to know why you think, why other people think I'm not hitting home runs like I have at times. I have my own theories, and I also just want to say too that more than I have in a long time, I feel like I'm heading right back in that direction. Whether I get the same results I used to get or not, I don't know. And honestly, I don't think it really matters, because what motivated me in the past and what really led to me hitting those home runs was my state of mind and my passion and my audacity. And that's where I'm sort of heading back. I feel like I'm moving in that direction, which feels really good. But it's hang on. This is our subreddit. Do you guys think Jazza channel is going through a rough patch? So I might link to that in the comments too. I don't know, maybe that's a bit too glutton for punishment-y, but I don't want anyone to like neg or diss. Like, that is not the intent of sharing this. The intent is actually because I find it really helpful to hear, like, as much as I love kind comments in my videos, it doesn't help me to read, "Oh my god, you're the best artist ever," or "It's another Jazza video, nailed it as always." It's very sweet, but after thousands and thousands and thousands of those, I'm desensitized. It's the same thing. It's very kind, and I'm very grateful people do it, and I don't want them to stop. So I don't want that to sound ungrateful. But it's hard to know how to be your best self when the voices that you're most often surrounded by are the ones who don't help you be better. And as painful as it is sometimes to stumble across people who don't like what you're doing, that's the only way to know or even validate the feelings that you have yourself, that, hey, am I on the right track? Because I feel like I'm a bit off track here. And that was sort of a confirmation that A, I agree I've been off track, and B, a lot of the stuff they've been talking about is stuff that I have become aware of and I'm sort of consciously moving away from and also addressing. And it feels kind of nice to see that and also feel like, hey, I'm actually finding my way here separate to that. But it's, you know, I just wanted to share that because I'm a glutton for punishment. Anyways, thank you for tuning in with me. Please leave your questions down below because I want to keep this going and keep engaged with you guys. I always appreciate our little catch-ups. Thanks for watching.